Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. My name is Steve Okoyen, and in this live webinar, I'm going to talk about exactly how to fast track your success this Q1 2024, beginning of the year. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to make 20 sales a day in 45 days selling with Amazon FBA. It's great to see a lot of new people starting to start selling on Amazon. I'm really happy to see that there is a lot of people who are interested to change their life around with Amazon FBA. If you guys are not following my Instagram page, got a link down here, Amazon FBA Mastery. I do share a lot of valuable tips and information there. So you guys can follow me and you guys can get access to my daily updates over there. So here's what I'm going to cover in this live webinar. I'm going to cover how Amazon FBA private labeling works in 2024, the 6 steps to selling your first product on Amazon. So there's a sequential of steps that you must take from today to start selling on Amazon. How to find $10,000 a month products to sell on Amazon. And yes, from one product, you can find $10,000 a month products to sell. 3 signs of great manufacturers for your product. So who is Steve Okoyen? So I moved to the United States with my family in 2003. That was 20 years ago. I always had a passion for making things on the internet growing up. I had multiple jobs previous to starting my Amazon FBA career. And right now I make passive income from my Amazon FBA business and I travel the world. So my passion growing up was making things on the internet. This was something that I always liked doing. And when you're a kid and you're doing something, your goal is not to become a millionaire or create this or become famous. Your goal is you don't have a goal actually. You're just doing it out of your heart because you love it and you're doing it with full enthusiasm. And for me, when I was working online, it was pure just enthusiasm. One of the first things I did was I had this software where I was building a game. So I was building games online. And then I started building websites. So it was all online. And it was something that I really enjoyed doing a lot and that I was passionate about. Now, I want to actually cover one of my jobs that I did have previous to selling on Amazon. So I'm going to cover that and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I decided to make that change. So why I started selling on Amazon. So we all have a why for doing something, right? And here's my why, guys. So my previous job before selling on Amazon was a realtor. I was working a 9-to-5 trying to make commissions from deals. I soon realized it is not something I was passionate about and decided to make a change in 2018. So this is a picture of me on one of my listings that I had. I did end up selling that house and I made a pretty good commission out of it. I made like $10,000 commission out of it. So the commissions were good. I was doing deals. I was closing transactions. I was making money. Now you may think, wow, okay, so you're making money. You must be happy. Well, I wasn't happy because let's face it, it's not all about the money. It's not all about, it's not all about making the money, chasing the money. And my job basically consisted of waking up every morning and doing a 9-to-5, wearing a suit to work. And it was definitely something that in my heart, I felt I wasn't living to my full potential and it wasn't aligning to my values in life. So I at one day, I was sitting in my car. I was doing door knocking that day, and I almost came to tears, and I said, enough is enough. I'm no longer gonna do this. And I remember from that day forth, I drove home, and I haven't looked back ever since. I've I haven't done any real estate whatsoever. And I recently did get a call from one of the brokers that wanted to get my license reinstated, and I said, nope, I have nothing to do with real estate. It's not something that I'm ever gonna do. So no worries, guys. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you some valuable tips in this live webinar that is going to allow you to eventually let go of your 9 to 5 and build a business out of your from Amazon FBA. So selling on Amazon allowed me to revive my passion for building things online. I was soon able to work from anywhere and relied on Amazon to fulfill my business for me. All I needed with me to run my business was my laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. So Amazon FBA is definitely one of those business models. If it aligns with your values, traveling, freedom, working from anywhere, being your own boss, which is something most of us want, of course. And Amazon FBA gives you that freedom to do just that. So here's what I do today, selling on Amazon. So I travel the world. I sell on Amazon while I'm traveling. I'm making money. And I recently did a complete summer vacation in Italy, and it was a lot of fun. And I do it. I sell on Amazon while I'm traveling, and it's something that I'm really lucky to be doing, and I want to definitely help more people to do this, to travel and work from anywhere. And you guys can absolutely do this. Here's more pictures of me traveling, and it's definitely something that you guys can be doing as well. 2-3 months down the road, starting your Amazon business, but you do have to make the decision today. It is your decision that is going to change the actions that you're going to take. You either say, I am going to do it, or I'm not going to do it. Or I'm going to do it, or I might do it. If you put it that way, then if you say I might do it, then I mean you're not fully committed. But if you say I am going to do it, then that's full commitment right there. And then you have to, of course, follow up with action, take action, and you will see massive changes in your life. So yeah, here's more pictures of me traveling, and with Amazon FBA, you can do just that, just like I'm doing right here. So Italy, Tokyo, New York, Turkey, Germany, Spain. Great to hear that. Great to hear that. So selling on Amazon and being successful, a lot of my friends came up to me and they were like, so how do you sell on Amazon? What do I need to do? So I had a lot of questions from my friends, family, and this gave me the idea to build an educational business on starting profitable Amazon FBA business. So this is when I started helping people just like yourself to start selling on Amazon. And here's one of my students' results. They were able to generate 11,000 in just 30 days. And here's a testimonial of one of my students. So my students, they joined my course, my mentorship, and they started seeing results that you guys want to see in your lives. The freedom to work from anywhere, quit your 9-to-5 job, to travel. So, my students, once they started learning, they started implementing, and they started seeing great results. And here is one of my students who will generate 70,000 in 30 days. And their testimonial was, thank you for your course. I remember when I booked a 30-minute session with you in the middle of September. This is a result of what I made in the last 30 days. Thank you so much. And on the right is my student's testimonial. And I want to go ahead and quickly play it for you guys so you guys can hear what he has to say. His name is Zach.
About his students, it's 100% true. One of the things I love the most about Steve is when he says he's available for you, it is no joke. I actually found Steve with a total stroke of luck on Instagram. I started my journey looking into Amazon online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. I just dumped a boatload of money taking courses from other guys who honestly, just quite frankly, didn't give a crap whether you succeeded or not. I found Steve looking into private label. I wanted to build a brand for myself, something that could be long-term, something that I would actually be able to pass on to my children one day. When I saw Steve on Instagram, he seemed to actually really care about his students. So I decided to bite the bullet and take his course, and I'm so glad that I did. When he says he cares about his students, it's 100% true. I mean, he has texted me, he has met with me personally one-on-one to just make sure that I don't have any other questions. We go through his course, which is just very detailed. It's laid out really well, just from setting up your Amazon account, how to research products, how to bundle products. One of the things I love the most about Steve is when he says he's available for you, it is no joke. Right now, as it stands, I got my first products ordered. I'm just kind of waiting on them to get here, my first samples. I'm so excited and I can't wait to continue my journey learning with Steve. If you have any doubts whatsoever, Steve is the guy to join. He will guide you, he will be with you every step of the way, and it's worth every penny.
So that was my student testimonial. So I have a question for you guys, and this is very serious. Are you ready to travel? Set your own schedule. Work only 3 to 4 hours a week on your Amazon FBA business. Right now in my Amazon business, I am working 3 to 4 hours a week. And you might say, 3 to 4 hours a week? How is that possible? Well, Amazon FBA is designed in a way, once you set up certain things right, all you have to do is restock your inventory, and automatically you're already ranked for keywords and you already have demand, and all you have to do is make sure you don't run out of stock. You keep reordering inventory. That is the power of Amazon FBA. And yes, you guys can work 3 to 4 hours a week on your Amazon FBA business. And think about how much free time, how many things you can do that you love while you're making money, with the freedom that you have to do the things that you love. With this can include traveling. This can include spending more time with your family, and maybe buying the dream car that you have, the dream house that you want. Well, with Amazon FBA, this is all possible. And I do see a lot of yeses, and I see one yes without an exclamation mark. I would love to see you rewrite it with an exclamation mark, because it's not just about I'm halfway committed. It is about 100% commitment here, guys. It is about changing your life with 100% commitment. So I see a lot of yeses here. I'm glad to see that. So I'm really happy to share with you guys exactly how to change your life around with Amazon FBA. So I want to cover how Amazon FBA private labeling works in 2024. There is 5 steps to this. One, you send your products to Amazon. 2, Amazon receives your inventory. They pick it up and they store your product. Step 3, customers purchase your product. In step 4, Amazon picks up your product. They pack it up and they ship it to the customer on the 5th step. So this is the fulfillment by Amazon framework, how it works. Now you might be asking, so how do I apply fulfillment by Amazon? How do I start an Amazon FBA business? Well, that is something that I'm going to be covering in the next portion. There is 6 steps to this. So this is going to allow you to basically work from anywhere in the world as Amazon fulfills your sold products. Just think about that for a second. You're anywhere in the world, working from anywhere, and you make a sale, and Amazon ships your product to customers on your behalf. They handle the customer service on your behalf, and they also handle any product returns. So they do all of the fulfillment for you while you're sipping on a margarita on the beach, and playing volleyball or doing whatever you love doing on the beach. Well, Amazon FBA is a business model that's going to allow you to do that. Now, there are of course business models that are not like Amazon FBA, that you have to be physically present in that place or else it's not gonna operate. Well, Amazon FBA is not like that. So I want to cover the 6 steps to selling your first product on Amazon. Now previously, I did cover the 5 steps to fulfill the Amazon framework, how it works. Now, in order to have it function, there is 6 steps that you have to take in order to make it work. Now, I do see a question: Amazon private labeling versus wholesale. I teach Amazon private labeling. This is one of the most lucrative business models to be in. If you create a solid offer, and if you are not like your competition, you stand out, you can price anything that you want. With retail arbitrage, it's a price war with diminishing profits. But with private label, if you have an offer that you're like the Godfather says, offer you can refuse. If you have an offer that that customers look at and they cannot refuse, think about the impact it's going to have on your sales. So your goal is to find a product and just have a better offer, 10 times better offer than your competition. So private labeling allows you to do that. So yeah, you will need to use a product research tool. The tool that I recommend is AMZScout tool, and I will be doing product research with that. I highly recommend using AMZScout. They have wonderful features to do that. So step 1, and I will try to make this as simple as possible. So follow along. Step 1, you setting up your Amazon business from anywhere. So during this step, you will create your Amazon Seller Central account to begin finding a product to sell. So here are the steps that you will need to take to do that. So you will need to set up your professional seller account. Your professional seller account is going to allow you to sell long-term on Amazon for multiple of years. There's an individual account. There's also a professional account. You are going to get access to a lot of tools and resources with a professional account. Now, you will also need to decide on a store name when creating your seller account. You can choose any name. It can be a general name. You can also use your last name. It does not have to be niche specific. Now, you will also need to choose the marketplace you will sell in. I want you guys to write down what marketplaces you're thinking about selling in on Amazon. The marketplace that I recommend is selling in the United States marketplace, because that is the most busiest marketplace right now, where a lot of customers are purchasing, and there is a lot of product opportunities for you to find and start selling in that marketplace. So I do see someone saying USA. Yeah, definitely the USA marketplace is the one that I recommend starting in, and then you can expand to different marketplaces afterwards. So once you create your Seller Central account, what is the next step? So next step is to find a highly profitable product to sell right away. We don't want to waste any time. We want to get into finding a product. So once your account is fully set up, you will need to begin doing product research to find a profitable product to sell. And I will be showing you briefly how to do product research and how to find a profitable product to sell. So stay tuned, guys. So stay tuned. So here's the steps you'll need to take. So you will need to use AMZScout to begin looking for a product to sell. You will need to follow the correct criteria for finding a profitable product. And you will need to decide on the number of units that you will order. Now, the reason there is a product research tool like AMZScout is because there is millions, hundreds of thousands of products, millions on Amazon that are not good products. I mean, not, I mean, let me retract my words. There is millions of products on Amazon, but not all of them are good products. So you will need to use a tool and make sure that the products that you're looking at matches certain criteria, so you can focus on those types of products to start selling. And yeah, so you'll need to focus on those types of products. And you will also need to decide on the number of units that you're going to order. So as for your first order, I do recommend an order of 300 units to get started. If you're low on budget, you can order less than that, but 300 units is a great place to start. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat box. I'll answer it while I'm going through the steps, guys. So once you find a product to sell, the product matches the criteria for it being a good product to sell. What is the next step? You find a product to sell. The next step is we, of course, have the seller account created. We have our product research done. Our next step is step 3. You will need to hire a supplier for your product. So once you find a profitable product to sell, you will need to hire the best supplier to manufacture the highest quality product for you at the best price. So it's very important to hire the best supplier at the best price, because there's a lot of there are a lot of suppliers that that you might be communicating with, and you may realize that their price is too high, or some of them their product quality is not that good. Well, you will need to follow certain criteria to hire the best supplier at the best price. And by the way, I will be talking about the 3 things to look for when hiring suppliers. So stay tuned for that. So some of the things that you will need to do is contact 15 to 20 suppliers in your product niche. Use a professional RFQ template to stand out. This is something that I provide in my Amazon FBA course, an RFQ template. And all you have to do is download it and fill in the blanks and send it to 15 to 20 suppliers. You will need to order product samples from 3 different suppliers. So once you have contacted 15 to 20 suppliers, narrow down to the best suppliers based on their response. And I will show you guys an example of what are some examples of good responses and which suppliers you should communicate with further or not. That is something that I will be covering. So once a supplier manufactures your product, what is the next step? Well, you go to step 4, which is creating a product shipment. Once your inventory is completely manufactured, you will need to prepare it for shipment by adding box labels and ship it to Amazon's warehouse. So some of the things that you'll need to do is create a product shipment from your seller account, preparing your units for shipment, choosing a shipment method to send your inventory. So you will need to log into your seller account, create a shipment, and when it comes to prepping your units, preparing it, you will need to download the box labels, email it to your supplier, download the FNSKU labels, which is the barcodes, email it to your supplier. They will put the FNSKU barcodes on each of the packaging, the box labels on the boxes, the cartons, to prepare it for shipment. And you will need to choose a shipment method to send your inventory. This shipment method is going to either be air shipment or boat shipment. Air shipment is a little bit more expensive than boat shipment. If you're low on budget, you can go ahead and do boat shipment, which takes a little bit longer for it to arrive to Amazon. So while your product is arriving to Amazon, what should you do? I mean, you're not just going to sit back and not do anything. Well, there was a step in the Fulfillment by Amazon framework, which was customers see your product and they purchase, right? That was one of the steps. So notice how we're doing everything in the back end to make the Fulfillment by Amazon work for us. So what you will need to do is you will need to create a product listing. And this is in step 5, creating your product listing on Amazon. So before your product inventory has arrived into Amazon's warehouse, you will need to create a professional listing for maximum clicks and sales. So here's what you have to do. You will need to hire a professional photographer that understands Amazon's photography requirements. You will need to use persuasive copywriting to maximize sales. You will need to set a price to incentivize purchases. So these are the steps that you'll need to take. Now, it is very important that you have a really great listing when your product is available for sale, because this is going to determine the clicks that you get and the sales that you get. So, for example, if you're buying on Amazon, you probably click on a product listing that catches your attention, and most of the time it is your main image that catches your attention to click on it. So getting your product photography finished, high quality photography, is going to allow you to get clicks to your listing, and the rest, your title, your bullet points, your product description, the rest of your images is going to allow you to start getting sales. And when you're just starting out and when you're launching on Amazon, you can set a bit lower price than your competition to incentivize more purchases, to start getting sales because you don't have any reviews, and this is going to incentivize more purchases. So step 6, once your product is on its way, it arrives to Amazon, you are going to be on page 300 for keywords, and this is because you have no sales history yet. So just like any business, when you are just starting out, you need to first create that marketing, that hype, to start getting sales. Now with Amazon FBA, it takes a much shorter period of time than any other business. Like other businesses might take 6 months to 1 year to fully set that up. With Amazon FBA, you can do that in 3 to 4 weeks to start getting profitable sales. So it's much, much faster. So you will need to launch your product to begin ranking on the first page and generate organic and profitable sales. And some of the things that you need to do is pull a keyword list of long tail keywords related to your product, start running Amazon PPC campaigns, bidding on these keywords, optimize your campaigns every 3 to 4 days, and increase your bids on good performing keywords. So long tail keywords are 3 to 4 words that are not very competitive, that get searches, but when you're bidding on these keywords, it's not very competitive, so you don't have to bid a high amount of money on those keywords, which is going to allow you to rank on the first page. Once you make a sell on keywords, you are building what's called a sales history for that keywords. If you sell a water bottle and someone purchases by typing that keyword in, water bottle, you are building what's called a sales history for that keyword, and you are starting to rank instead of page 300. From page 300, you're going up and up. Eventually, you will rank on page 1. So you will need to also use Amazon pay-per-click campaigns to run your launch to begin showing up for these keywords and build a sales history. And every 3 to 4 days, you will need to optimize your campaigns to start taking out the keywords that are not performing well and use the keywords that are performing well, that is bringing you profitable sales. Now, I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to find 10K a month products to sell on Amazon using AMZScout. Again, AMZScout is a wonderful tool that's going to allow you to focus on the best-selling products. So let's jump on over and let's use AMZScout to find products. I am at the AMZScout's filter tab, the AMZScout's product research section. So here what we're gonna do is we are going to follow a certain framework, certain criteria to choose the best categories for private labeling. And we are also going to select the right filters to give us the opportunity to look into the best potential selling products. So the first thing that you have to hover over on is the categories. And I want to select the categories for you guys here. that are great for private labeling. We have baby products, and these categories are great for private labeling. So don't look into any other category. Really, don't waste your time. I'm giving you guys the answers right here, so you don't have to look into anything else. Industrial and scientific is a good category. Pet supplies, toys and games, arts, crafts, sewing, beauty, personal care, health and household, office products. Sports and outdoors is something that I do toggle on sometimes, but sometimes you do get a lot of apparels. So this category I wouldn't toggle on. The next one we would toggle on would be home and kitchen, patio, lawn and garden, and we also have tools and home improvement. Now you might be asking, why haven't you toggled on any other category? For example, grocery and gourmet food, it is a consumable, and it's going to require massive amounts of time to get approved to sell a product that's a consumable, because Amazon needs to see that that product is actually and maybe it's not poisonous or anything, that people can actually consume it. So Amazon needs to get certain paperwork, which takes a long time to get approved. Clothing, shoes, and jewelry, it's very oversaturated, and there is a lot of copyright issues. If you do a certain design, it might get you copyrighted, and Amazon will take down your listing. So these are the best categories for private labeling, guys. Now, once we select the categories, the next thing that we want to do is you want to go ahead and go over to the filters section. And I already have it pre-selected over here. And I'll just cover it for you guys here, why I have it pre-selected like that. But take a screenshot or write it down somewhere. These filters right here are the filters that's going to allow you to find the best potential selling products. So for the price, I have $18 minimum up to $50. $18 minimum is because after some of the fees are taken out, you won't have a really high profit margin to put into your pocket. $50 maximum. You can put more than $50 if you have the budget, but products that are more than $50 cost a lot of money to manufacture. And when you are just starting out, you might not have the budget. So $18 to $50 is a great price point. For the reviews, I have maximum of 1,000 reviews. Now you may be asking, wow, isn't 1,000 too much? Too many reviews? No, it's not too many reviews. You can definitely compete against 1,000 reviews. And really, it's all about your approach, having a product offer that stands out. You can take advantage of your competitors' weak listing, their negative reviews, improve on the product, have a much better offer, and customers will definitely purchase your product instead of your competition. So don't be scared. You can definitely compete with someone with 1,000 reviews. For the weight, I have maximum of 1 pound. More than 1 pound, Amazon does charge higher fees for selling. So 1 pound and less, it's lower fees for selling. So you'll have a really high profit, especially for your first product. It'll be very profitable. So for the revenue, I have minimum $5,000 to $50,000. This revenue range is going to allow you to find product prices between this, maximum of 1,000 reviews, and weight of 1 pound. So guys, all you have to do is you have to basically click on the filters tab, and right over here, just select these filters that I have. Take a quick screenshot of these filters, and this is going to allow you to find the best products that are very profitable. It's not very competitive. That's going to allow you to find the best products. So let's go ahead and let's click on find products. And once we click on that, what I do here is I basically look over products that look like great, unique products to open up. I avoid products that look like this. These are consumables. It requires approval by Amazon. It should be a product that you may not have ever seen in a physical store, something very unique that on Amazon that's selling really well. So if you come across a unique product that looks like a great private label product, you want to go ahead and open those products up. What AMZScout has done is they have provided great potential products for you guys to sell. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Pick these products right here. For example, this product is making an average monthly sales of 481. They have 14,000 monthly revenue, and their average reviews is 730, not competitive. So take a screenshot of this product and look further into this product on Amazon. And this is another great potential product to get into. It has 1,200, 1,300 monthly sales, 1,600 monthly revenue, 1,100 average reviews. Again, you might be saying 1,100 reviews, that's very competitive. Don't worry about it. It's not competitive. You can definitely improve on this product, improve on the listing, the product itself, and outcompete the competition. This product right here as well, 930 sales, 23,000 monthly revenue, 1,100 average reviews. So take a screenshot. And also this product, it has 500 monthly sales, 7,800 monthly revenue, and 200 average reviews. So go ahead, take a screenshot of this product. And also this one as well, 500 monthly sales, 11,000 monthly revenue, 1,000 average reviews. So I wanted to cover the 3 signs of great manufacturers for your product, hiring a supplier for your product. So how do you determine which supplier that you want to proceed with? So there is 3 things that really defines what a good supplier is. The first thing is that you provide comprehensive response. They provide comprehensive responses addressing your RFQ. So if you send them an RFQ and they don't answer all of your questions, that means that they are not a good supplier to work with. The second thing is that they possess strong English communication skills. If you're working with a supplier that doesn't speak good English, their grammar is off, this means that this supplier might not understand your requirements when it comes to manufacturing that product. So you want a supplier that understands your requirements, they communicate good English. The third thing is they demonstrate enthusiasm for securing your business. And this goes hand in hand with number 1. If a supplier answers all of your questions, that means they are an enthusiastic supplier. They want your business. If they, if they highlight your question and they put the answer on the bottom, they bolden up your answer so you can easily read it. And some suppliers do that, and I love those suppliers. By the way, if you're a supplier watching this, I love you. And yeah, so that's very important. So these 3 things determines that if you should continue your conversation with a supplier or not. So it's very important that a supplier matches these 3 things. Now, do you guys have any questions about what I covered so far? Yeah, what is a rank criteria? By rank criteria, do you mean bestsellers rank? The question, or is it in regards to the product? So the bestsellers rank is basically in a specific category. The lower the number is, the better selling that product is. So if you're selling your toys and games and you're number 1 in that category, that means number 1 BSR. That means you're the best selling product in that category. So that's what bestsellers rank means. So RFQ is basically a template that you send to suppliers. And this basically has an introduction of yourself, a professional introduction, the specifications of the type of product that you want manufactured, and then you ask questions about the supplier's company. So it's divided into 3 different parts: introduction to yourself, product specifications, and also questions about your company. Questions about the supplier's company. That's when a supplier needs to answer those questions. If they don't, then it means that that supplier is not a viable supplier to work with, because you're in the long-term business. For example, for one of my products, I have a supplier that I'm such a close relationship that we don't just talk about business. Like, they recently told me that they just had their 2nd child. So they're telling me stuff like that. So it's this very close relationship. with your supplier, and I've been working with them for 5 years now. So it's a long time. And yeah, that's the most important thing: long-term business relationship. So guys, I have a question for you. It's a very important question for you guys. Why wait for a perfect moment when we can take action today? We have been alluding to this, and this is very important because we always try to put it the best way. We try to procrastinate, right? We say we'll do it tomorrow, or we get that voice in the back of our heads that says, "What if?" So there's always that voice that might hold you back, but there's gonna be no perfect moment than this moment right now. So are you ready to procrastinate or take action right now and start your Amazon FBA business that is going to allow you to build financial freedom and live life on your own terms?